here a very simple online business model that's understandable and doable by most people. Not going to say everyone. I think most people can do this, right? So I'll tell you an interesting story. I study lots of people, as you probably know. And somehow I ran across a video or a book or something by Graham Cochran. Gentleman named Graham Cochran has a YouTube channel called Graham Cochran, Graham, Cochran, Cochrane. Now, I don't even know how I ran across him. Probably YouTube. So he has an interesting business model, and it brings up, and by the way, shout out if you're joining us live. How are you? He has an interesting business model that anyone can do. It's a little different than mine. The core of it's the same, though. So he has like 4 steps. Step 1 is you produce content weekly. So he does a YouTube video weekly, then he takes that YouTube video, puts it on his blog with a little bit of an introduction, and then he uploads it as podcast once a week. He's been doing that now, I think, for maybe 3 or 4 years now. So that's step 1. Now, step 2 is to build your email list. So what he does is offers different lead magnets, free reports, usually free PDFs, in the description of the video, and he mentions them in the video. So then people go and they opt in. He has very simple opt-in pages created in Kajabi. He's a Kajabi guy. It's one of the affiliate products he promotes. Nothing special about his opt-in pages. Nothing really that special about the freebies that he offers. They're okay. Like, you're not going to sit there and go, okay, this is a world-class example, but they're like good, right? And so step 2 is the email list, right? Step 3 then is nurture the email list. And then step 4 is add 1 new product a year. That's literally just his model. Now, the reason this model works for him is as follows. Now, I think the frustrating thing sometimes about online marketing is you don't know how somebody does something at times, right? From day one, his YouTube videos were getting 2,000 to 4,000. His very first YouTube video on the Graham Cochran channel got 8,000 views, and it was called How to Start Your Online Business for $50, or How to Start a Business for $50. So I was like, 8,000 views? Are you serious? I don't get it. Like, all of his videos, he started off, they got 2,000 to 4,000 views, and it just continued ever since. Now, back 4 years ago, it actually wasn't that hard to get 2,000 to 4,000 views on a video, to be real about it. Today, I don't think is so easy. I don't think you just do a new channel and get 8,000 views off of like some title like How to Start a Business for $50. So I don't know for sure about his views, right? Like, I think if I took his video, transcribed it, used the same title, used a teleprompter, read the video transcript, read the transcript, did a video, uploaded it, I don't think I'd get near that views. Now, having said all of that, you can still do it. It's just, I think it probably takes a year to build that channel, not like succeeding from day one. And so every model has a fly in the ointment. Like, I use affiliates. The fly in the ointment is you got to have affiliates to promote for. You got to get them to promote for you. If they don't, you're screwed because you ain't got any money. You ain't got any traffic. Worse than that, you don't have so much control over whether an affiliate promotes for you or not. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, right? Like, if you're doing online content, you have control over doing the content. What you don't have control over, though, is whether YouTube gives you views or not. So it's still kind of the same thing, right? Now, so the frustrating thing about his model is you don't I believe content marketing is a slow build. So that first year, you don't have a lot of income coming in, probably, unless you're using some other marketing method to supplement it, or you have a job and you're just building like at your job, right? Because content marketing is a slow build. But here's the positive side of content marketing. You don't have to pay affiliates. You don't have to buy ads. Once you get that thing rolling, it's like a machine, and it can just keep rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling, because those videos stay on YouTube and keep bringing you visitors and opt-ins like week after week, month after month, year after year. So that model snowballs. In contrast, you promote with affiliates, they promote you for 1 week. Next week, you ain't got no traffic because there ain't any affiliate promoting you a week later. So all of a sudden, you got no traffic. So it doesn't build, right? The thing about content marketing that's interesting to me is it builds. Now, it takes a lot of patience. Takes a lot of patience, right? Now, I'm doing content marketing now. This is content marketing right now. It's probably not as keyword focused, though, as it takes to get a lot of views. I'm just guessing, because YouTube is a search engine, so it has to see, like if I was repeating that I'm going to show you how to, this method is going to work to build a very simple online business model, and I repeated that a number of times during this video, then I think it keys YouTube in, yes, that this video is about a very simple online business model. And you got a better chance to rank for that term, right? I'm just expressing my thoughts about this model. So on the positive side, he does $1 million off of organic, and he's not the only one. Tanya Eliza does the very same thing. She puts more effort into her blog than he does. Like, her blog is definitely more elaborate. His blog is the video and like a 2-paragraph intro to the video. That's it, right? Tanya Eliza has the transcript re-edited as a whole article. Very, very well done, right? But they're both $1 million off of organic, and it's all the same model. YouTube video, they give out a squeeze page, email capture page, a free report. You have to opt in to get it. Graham just uses PDFs. Tanya is fancy. She does kits and all kinds of stuff, right? So she's much more complex than Graham. Graham does a PDF. But anyway, people opt into the PDF, and then they get his webinar, sign up for his webinar on how to make passive income, right? Which, again, it's an interesting model because his webinar is well done. But you don't watch it like Tanya Eliza is like another level. You watch it and she has like these really incredible case studies throughout the whole freaking thing. I think Graham has one testimonial in there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he has a couple. But it's not like where you're watching it and you're like, okay, I ain't got testimonials like that. I ain't going to be able to do that. I ain't got testimonials like that. I ain't got them. He's like, I think got 1 or 2 in there. But you watch it and you're like, okay, you know what? I could do that, right? The webinar itself doesn't have like this just crushing, overwhelming proof, right? Like some people, you get in there and they're like, well, this is, they show all of this proof, and you're just like, holy crap, right? I mean, I'm talking, and so that's what is interesting about his model is it's really nothing that, most people could do it. Now, I understand you're like, well, Marlon, I don't want my face to appear on video. That's like the number one thing. People have this thing about they don't want their face on video. But you know what? In like the first 3 years, Graham had another channel that he built up, another $1 million business called The Recording Revolution. His first 2 years was all screen video of doing stuff on, editing program, not his face. It was just screen capture video. Like people can make 1,001 excuses. That's what the deal is, right? The people like for every reason that people say they can't do it, there's somebody out there doing it right now that got around that obstacle or excuse, right? Anyway, my model is different. So Graham's model is content, opt-in, email offers, nurture the list, create one product a year. I do affiliates, email list, mail offers, but create a lot more than one product a year, right? You'd only need one product a year if they're bigger tickets. Because let's be real here. He has a, I don't remember the price of the front end, but his big ticket is a $15,000 coaching program. So, I don't have a $15,000 coaching program. If you have a $15,000 coaching program, you don't need to create more products. You see it's all kind of like relevant to your model. My model is affiliates, get traffic, social media like this, get traffic, get opt-ins, email list, sell more products. That's what I personally do, right? No model is perfect. Like you can look at Graham's model and people will be like, well, I got to create content the rest of my life. Graham will be, yeah, you can't stop. You can't slow down. He's like, you got to do it every week. But having said that, like the thing he has in common with Tanya Liza is it's a weekly video. Are you telling me you can't do one freaking video a week? I mean, literally, that's just content marketing. Oh, yeah. Then I'll tell you what, it was one tough week for me. I banged out a 10-minute video for YouTube. That was your week? Yeah. I banged out a 10-minute video. What was a tough week? I mean, one video a week? Are you serious? But literally, if you're really consistent with it and you're good at YouTube, that video can support you. Then you stick it over on a podcast, stick it over on a blog, right? But like his podcast is just his YouTube video. There's no editing of it. Just it's his YouTube video. His blog is the video and a 2-paragraph introduction. That's it. So like now, every model has its rub. Affiliate model, having affiliates promote you. Well, I don't know if I can get those affiliates to promote me or not. I got to do recips. Okay, that kind of thing. Yeah, probably. So every model, no model is perfect. Graham's model is not perfect. Content marketing model is not perfect because, like, what if no one watches your YouTube videos or you're having a real trouble? Like my videos on YouTube, I get under 100 views. I think, but I'm not a dedicated to YouTube. I probably should be because it's one of the best channels for building a business that grows over time, as I've explained before, right? Because that content continues to grow as it does on a blog, as it does on a podcast, right? So anyway, I hope this is enlightening to you. It's comparing and contrasting different models. A content marketing model, if you have the patience to build it and you're good enough and engaging enough that you can get people to watch and you stick with it. I mean, one video a week, anyone can do a video a week. I'm sorry. Like you can do that model and affiliate marketing because one video a week, one 10-minute video a week. You're stressing out over one 10-minute video a week. Are you serious? A 10-minute video a week? 10-minute video a week is nothing. Like you can do a 10-minute video freaking week in your sleep. Seriously. You can do it in your sleep. Like that. He has an introduction, 3 points, and a conclusion. That's his freaking video. Are you telling me you can't do that? Yeah, well, anyway. All right, guys. That's my thought today. Comparing and contrasting models. Understand. Number one, Every model has its benefits, its upsides, and its downsides. Number two, looking at other people's models can be frustrating because you can look at it and not understand how you can get the result that they did, right? Which is a legitimate thing and takes some understanding of, okay, so how did they get this result, right? How did they get there, right? There's usually some backstory or something, right? All right. And then I think point number 3 is the commonality of most models you're going to discover. Tanya Eliza, me, Graham Cochran, whoever, whatever person you want to look at. There's one commonality, the email list. Most every one of them is using an email list. Now, I have a friend who brags. I haven't emailed my list in a long time. I ain't building email lists anymore. Now, he does proactive outbound reach to develop prospects on social media, meaning cold contacts. Okay, that's great. What's going to happen when the platform or platforms changes their rules and you can't do cold contacts? All of a sudden, you ain't got no business, you got no list. You're screwed. Like, I'm not on board with that model. I think all successful models that stand the test of time have one thing in common: an email list. The money's in the list. By the way, I have a free report called the Miracle of Seed Marketing. It's at marlonsanders.com. You can go there, subscribe. You can get on my email list, find out all kinds of other cool and good stuff. Appreciate you watching today. If you have any question, comment, you want me to cover some topic, I'll leave it in comments and I'll see if I can get to it. Y'all have a great day. Bye.